Hey guys, Brian Fisher with Edge Fitness here with another great at-home training resource for you. This is going to be a little challenge for you to dive deep into one of my favorite, both personally and professionally, movements, the Turkish Get-Up. Okay? I love this exercise because it does so many great things for you. It is full body, it is strength endurance, it is a lot of mobility, it's great for the shoulders, it's great for the hips, it's great for the core. This is an exercise that's also great for everyday functioning because it's getting up and down off the floor, which a lot of people are losing that ability to do that. Right? It's also a great way to put heavy loads up overhead. This in the kettlebell family of exercises is what we call a grind. It's designed to be a long, drawn out, really focused, deliberate effort where you're trying to do more low reps but higher weight. Ballistics on the other side of your swings, your cleans, your snatches. We'll get into some of those down the road, but the main thing right here, this is a body weight exercise. Okay? At least in this starting point. You can do it with kettlebells, it's probably my preferred method. Sandbags, dumbbells, you can do it holding a small child. If Charlie were more cooperative over here, I could use him. But for right now, all I need is space, and I want to make sure you've got the body weight version down first, because a lot of people rush through this movement much too quickly and they lose a lot of little nuances, a lot of the form and technique that goes into it. So it's just going to be a real brief kind of overview of the movement for the Turkish Get-Up. Okay? So I'll take you through the setup, we'll go up through the different steps, and we'll let you have some fun with it. My goal for you here is how I usually start people with the exercise. If they've never done it before, and if we have to make some changes to maybe some flawed technique, if they've learned some incorrect ways of doing it on their journey, we'll usually say that I want you to do 50 on each side. Yes, I said 50, 5-0, and 50 reps on each side before you put a weight in your hands. Okay? Now it seems like a lot, but if you think about it, if you do 5 on each side, every day, deliberate practice done daily with that focus and intent of trying to do a perfect rep each time and learning from those reps that maybe aren't perfect to do the next one even better, you're going to have this done in 10 days. No problem. Okay? And that's easy to do. This can be a great warm-up. This can be a great, hey, how did my Turkish Get-Up feel? If it didn't feel that great and you were planning a harder, more intense workout, maybe you want to back off a little bit. If it felt really good, maybe you can push a little bit and go for that harder, more intense workout. So it can be a self-assessment as well. And it can be a cool down with just the body weight version to get some blood just kind of redistributed. If it's all on your legs, if it's all into your heart and your lungs after a real intense cardio session, this can be a great way to calm the body down as well through some just body weight mobility. So without further rambling, here is the Turkish Get-Up. Like I said, it is on the ground. We're going to start laying on your back. Core is engaged, it's braced, ribs are down. I'm still nice and tall. I'm going to go with my left side. Left knee is bent, left arm is up. Right arm, right leg tethered together, no more than about 45 degrees. From here, I'm already priming the engine. This left hip, I'm already starting to press the ground a little bit. My left arm pointing straight up to the ceiling the whole time. As long as my right hand is on the ground, my eyes are on this hand up here where the weight will eventually be. Body weight, no weight. I'm going to roll up, pressing into the ground with this right elbow, keeping the shoulder pad. Nice big gap between the shoulder and ear on both sides. I'm going to sit up onto my hand. I'm going to bridge my hips up nice and high. We call this a high bridge. Great variation to work through. Even just that portion can be an exercise by itself. Another variation, a low sweep. Bridge and sweep at the same time. Now here, my next move is a hip hinge. I don't want to just side bend pushing off with this hand. I want to hinge into my hips, using those hips to help me come up. Now, I'm going to take my front leg, bring it out so I'm on parallel train tracks with both legs. I'm going to brace, staying tight, stand up. From here, I'm just going to go back down the same way I came up. I'm going to find the ground with this back knee, lightly touching the ground, not banging into the floor. I'm going to open up that front leg, slide my hand down, find the ground using that hip hinge. Sweep, sit, elbow, keeping the shoulder pat. Coming back down. Right? So we can see it from a little bit different angle here. Here's that start position. Roll up to the elbow. Press up onto the hand, shoulders are pat, core is still nice and tight. This knee stays out. A lot of people want to cave in that first step. Keep that knee pressed out, keeps the hip engaged. Up to the hand. Sweep and sit. Here's that hip hinge. I can take my hand off the floor because I've got all my weight into my hips. Now when I've got that weight up overhead, I can handle that weight because I'm using my hips to bring me up. Parallel train tracks with the feet. Drive up to that good standing position, staying nice and tall. Step back, find the ground, open that front leg. Hip hinge, windmill, sweep, keep everything tight. Coming back down to the floor. So, a simple exercise, but definitely not an easy exercise. It's simple in that it is start on the floor, laying down, stand up, come back down. But it's a very complex movement with all the different steps. Practice each one of those steps. Maybe do 5 of each. So I'm here, just roll to press. Keeping that knee out, keeping this leg. If it pops up, you're not tight through the core. Pressing up through here. Do 5 there. 5 to the half get-up position. 5 bridges. Practice that motion. Are you nice and straight, nice and tight? Get that sweep. Practice that hip hinge. Come up to that standing position. Now here with the swinging gait, I've been moving that front leg. Okay? There's nothing wrong if I've got some knee issues. That helps me to put less grinding stress on this back knee, but it does put all that weight, especially when you get weight overhead, it makes a big difference. Puts all that weight on just that one knee. Okay? So use a method that works best for you, that you can do well. The other option within here is a windshield wiper. I just simply take that back foot and rotate it. On the way up, I put it into that straight line, so I'm on parallel train tracks and stand up. On the way down, I rotate it so I can go right into that hip hinge. And that hip hinge is key, pushing those hips back. And as I do, I rotate the shoulders, getting that windmill. And the whole time, even here, big gap between the shoulders and ears on both sides. So as I come back down, keep that gap, keep that gap, keep that gap. Ears are shoulder poison, don't let them get together. For the shoulders and ears coming up, puts a lot of strain onto that shoulder joint. Your shoulders aren't going to be very happy with just the body weight version of this exercise. Okay? Now, again, 50 on each side is your goal. 5 a side, each day for 10 days, and you're done. You can easily have this done over the next couple of weeks and really feel better and stronger, and a great movement that when you do start putting weight on it, you're really going to see that benefit and that challenge, and be thankful that you did go through this body weight challenge here of 50 on each side to learn how to do this movement properly. Don't rush it. Okay? Take your time going through each step. If you don't feel like you're in the right position, don't move. It's okay to not be quite right, to adjust, to get into a better position, and then move. Okay? It's pretty forgiving with just your body weight. When you've got a weight held up overhead here, that weight's not going to be as forgiving. If it gets out of position, it knows one thing, that's down, and it's going to take you and your shoulder and another body part with you. Right? You don't want to go for that ride. So take the time to really learn this, master it, own it. Then we'll talk about doing a shoe get up, where you balance the shoe on your fist. Then we'll talk about putting a weight in your hand. So there you go. Take the challenge. If you're going to do it, let us know. Post about it. Tag us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you want to post it. But let us know that you're taking this challenge along with us, so that way we can all keep working on moving better, not hitting pause during this downtime, doing what we can to control our actions, our behaviors, so we can learn how to have better movement. Fitness has a greater purpose. Let's find that greater purpose during even these challenging times. Don't forget to subscribe and share, so that way you and your friends and family can all keep up on these great tips at home, at the gym, when we're all back here, wherever you're at, and whenever you're doing it. We'll talk to you soon.